Hey dolls! I really love cream foundations because they're super quick and easy to apply, and I've always wanted to get cream foundations, but I just never got around ordering like the Cinema Secrets and things like that online. So I wanted to find something drugstore, and I never realized, but this Covergirl Simply Ageless is obviously a cream foundation, so I was like, I definitely want to try it because usually they're full coverage, again, easy to apply, double as a concealer, and just like great for those like, you know, in and out of the door. So great for, you know, anyone going to school, moms, you know, anyone just in a hurry. So it's Covergirl plus Olay Simply Ageless cream foundation, and it has these swirls in it. So what that's supposed to mean is it has the Olay primer, not primer, but a serum in it that is supposed to mix in with the foundation so that it kind of glides on your skin and it doesn't settle into wrinkles or anything like that, so it just creates a smooth canvas. So yeah, this is kind of like a second impression. You can tell I've already used it. So I tried to film yesterday, but what happened is I used way too much product, so it wasn't really a true kind of review on it. So this is kind of like my second kind of first impression, so I'm just naming this as a review. So when you kind of swirl your brush in it, or you know, go in with your fingers, you know, it ends up looking like this, but it looks like all nice and crisp like this when you first put it on or open the box. So I already know the shade's a little bit too dark for, not too dark, too light for me because I got a spray tan, but you know, you can always bronze it to make your face match your body, but you'll kind of get the idea of the coverage. I decided to use the Coastal Scents Flat Top Kabuki, which is supposed to be a dupe for the Sigma F80. I've never owned any Sigma brushes, so I can't tell you if this is a dupe for that. I do know it's a really great foundation brush, really good quality. Haven't had any shading, any issues with it, and it's like, I think it's only like $4.99 at Coastal Scents, so if you want to check it out, I'll put the link below. So yeah, what you want to do is, again, you can use your fingers, but you know, you want to use kind of like denser brushes like this, because what happens with thicker cream products, you want it to kind of stay on top and not get embedded in the bristles. So if your brush is really soft, it's just gonna kind of swirl inside the bristles. So you want something more dense. So it doesn't have to be like hard, but like dense, so that you can see that the product gonna stay kind of on top of the brush. And so again, like I said yesterday, I used way too much product, so I'm just gonna swirl in it a few times and then just dab. I'm just going to do one side first. And this is like, you can immediately tell it's really full coverage. So kind of, and a little bit goes a long way. So, and this product is 4 ounces, 12 grams. And since you have to use such little amount of product, I would imagine this lasting in quite a bit of time, even though it seems like there's not that much product in there. It's always harder to tell with cream consistencies because obviously a liquid foundation looks like so much more product in the bottle than something dense as like a cream. So I'm just gonna keep buffing this out. And it looks more like my skin tone in person, but I know on camera it probably looks a lot lighter, but you know, oh well. It's kind of hard to always pick up these drugstore foundations because you never know how they're gonna turn out. I'm trying to do like exactly the half of my face, which is like really hard. I need a measuring tape. So, okay, I just like basically swirled like once or twice, so barely got any product on the brush, and it gives, you know, full coverage. I mean, it just really covers everything. I don't really see any redness showing through. If I wanted to, I could always add just a little bit more on my cheeks and around my nose, but pretty much I feel like that just a little bit just covered everything. I could use a little bit concealer under my eyes, but again, if I just pop this, and I'm just swirling my finger in it, as you can see, that pretty much did it. Worked as an under eye concealer, so it's definitely multi-use. Doesn't feel heavy. It's a little sticky when applied, but before I get more into it, I'm just going to come a little bit closer and just kind of show you what it looks like up front compared to the other side that has no product on it. And now I'm just going to go back in and just do the rest of my face. So again, just like dotting or swirling just a little bit. Okay, and again, I'm going to add just a little bit of this under my eyes for concealing purposes. And don't really have any blemishes, maybe a little bit of redness, but works perfect as a concealer. So I mean, you could just literally buy this and use it just as a concealer if you don't want something full coverage, and it would definitely cover everything. It would last forever because it's obviously meant to be used as a foundation. So yeah, so let me have you guys take a look. Come closer. So this is what it looks like on both sides. And normally when I do these demos or whatever, I go for like a second layer to go on my redness and things like that. If I go a second layer on this one, it's definitely going to start looking cakey. Right now it doesn't really settle in the pores, but you have to be really careful with it because it is a really thick consistency. So you kind of want to go on the lighter and really kind of buff it out, kind of like warm the product like I would still do around my nose where I tend to kind of have pores showing through. But yeah, it definitely gives full coverage. You barely need any product, so I definitely like this. It's perfect for one of those quick days where you can just get like a flawless finish. Skin super fast. It kind of looks satiny going on, but the more it sits on your skin, and I know because I tried this yesterday, it dries matte. So it leaves maybe just a tiny bit of satin sheen, but I didn't set it with a powder. So let's actually do that right now. And I only powder usually like the center of my face because I like to have a little bit of kind of satiny finish coming through. But as you can tell, like as I'm powdering it, like it dries matte. There's really barely any shine or satin finish even coming through, so it's basically a matte finish foundation. So yeah, let me come closer again to kind of, you can see what it looks like powdered down. Because kind of the finish reminds me of the Revlon color Stay Whipped. But that one, you know, I had a little bit of redness coming through and I had to add a little bit more. But this one definitely, it's just a tiny bit of product. So if you have, you know, problem skin and a lot of stuff you need to cover, I think this would be a great foundation for you. Because with a minimal amount of work, you would really get a lot of coverage. And you know, instead of, because I know a lot of times if you have acne scarring and things like that, you might spend a lot of time, you know, concealing and then going with the foundation. And I don't feel like this looks cakey. Hopefully it doesn't look cakey in the camera, but, you know, and even, you know, I have normal, you know, fine skin. I really don't have any skin issues, but I still like a full coverage foundation because I have a lot of redness. And again, you know, just the smallest amount of this and I'm ready to go out of the door. So I really like this product. I've been on the roll with all these foundations lately, but I would definitely give this another A+. Doesn't feel heavy, doesn't feel sticky. It feels heavier than the Outlast 3-in-1 Fabulous foundation, so that's definitely a lighter version of this, but again, it is a thick foundation and this is a cream foundation, so obviously the consistency is thicker. But, you know, I really like this. Again, this is, you know, third foundation that I'm really loving right now, and I would definitely recommend to check it out. But again, you know, don't rely on the color that you see on here. I would definitely go a shade or two darker because I feel like, doesn't that look, but I feel like here it looks darker, doesn't it? You know, like closer to the color of my neck. So again, I'll go a shade or two darker with these, and I think, you know, the Covergirl, the glass or whatever they use for the Outlast 2, I feel like it just you know, confuses you, like it doesn't really give you the true color of it. So yes, I would give this another A+. So if you're looking for a cream foundation, and this, I think this does a really, really good job. But thank you for watching, and stay beautiful, my dolls.